Hi, and welcome back to English Without Limit. I'm Julia, and today we're going to talk about something that most English learners struggle with. Speaking English without pausing too much. If you've ever found yourself starting a sentence in English, only to stop halfway, searching for the right word, or worrying about grammar, then you're not alone. Many learners face the same problem. But the good news is, it's possible to overcome it with the right techniques, regular practice, and a positive mindset. When we talk about fluency in English, what we're really talking about is the ability to speak smoothly and naturally. One of the biggest roadblocks to fluency is pausing too much. Of course, everyone pauses sometimes, even native speakers. But if you're pausing every few seconds, it can break the flow of your conversation and make you feel less confident. These pauses usually come from hesitation, overthinking, or a lack of vocabulary. And sometimes it's simply fear. Fear of making a mistake, fear of being judged, fear of not being understood. But here's the truth. Mistakes are a part of learning. Everyone makes them. What matters is that you keep going, even if your sentence isn't perfect. So how do we reduce these pauses and speak more fluently? First, stop translating in your head. Many English learners try to form sentences in their native language, then translate them into English. This takes time and leads to hesitation. Instead, train your brain to think directly in English. You don't need to translate every word. Start small. Describe things around you in English. For example, this is my kitchen. I'm cooking pasta. It smells good. These simple sentences help you train your brain to think and speak in English naturally. Another important tip: focus more on ideas than perfect grammar. When native speakers talk, they don't always use perfect grammar. They focus on getting their message across. You should do the same. If you focus too much on grammar while speaking, you'll pause more. But if you focus on expressing your thoughts, your sentences will start to flow. Communication is more important than perfection. Let's do a small practice right now. I'll say a sentence, and I want you to repeat it without stopping. Don't think too much, just listen and repeat. Ready? I wake up at 7 every morning. Slight pause. Say it again. I take a shower, eat breakfast, and get ready for work. Slight pause. Now this one. Sometimes I feel tired, but I still try to stay positive. These kinds of daily routine sentences are very helpful because you use them every day. The more you practice them, the more confident and fluent you'll become. Now, let's talk about another way to avoid pausing: using filler phrases. These are small expressions that help you keep talking, even when you're still thinking. For example, if someone asks you a question and you're not sure how to answer, you can say, "Well, let me think." Or, "That's a good question." Or, "I'm not really sure, but..." These phrases give your brain time to find the right words while keeping the conversation going. They make you sound more natural and more fluent. Try practicing them in your daily conversations. The more you use them, the more they'll become part of your speech. Here's another exercise. Pick a topic, like my favorite food or my weekend plans, and talk about it for 1 minute without stopping. Don't worry about grammar or vocabulary. Just talk. Even if you repeat words or say a few times, that's okay. The goal is to keep speaking. Time yourself and try to increase your speaking time each day. You'll be surprised how much your fluency improves with this simple habit. Also, make reading and listening a part of your daily routine. When you listen to English podcasts or watch English videos, pay attention to how people speak. Notice their rhythm, how they pause, how they connect words. Then try to imitate them. Reading aloud is also a great way to train your mouth and tongue to form English sounds more smoothly. Find a short paragraph from a book or article and read it out loud every day. Over time, your brain and mouth will get used to speaking without long pauses. Speaking English without pausing too much is like learning to ride a bicycle. In the beginning, it feels hard. You might fall, you might get stuck. But with regular practice, you'll find your balance. You'll start speaking more naturally, and one day, you'll realize you're having full conversations without even thinking about it. Now let's take this a step further. Imagine you're going to a coffee shop. You want to order a drink, maybe ask a question, or make a small comment. How do you speak without pausing in these everyday situations? You prepare by practicing real-life dialogues. Think of the exact words you would say. For example, "Hi, I'd like a medium latte, please." Then add a little more, like, "Can I get that with almond milk?" Or, "How much is it?" These are the kinds of phrases you'll need often, so they should come to you quickly. Practice them again and again until they become automatic. The more natural these sentences feel, the less likely you are to pause when speaking them. Another useful way to build fluency is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately after the speaker, almost like an echo. Choose a short audio clip, maybe from a podcast or video, and play one sentence at a time. Listen, then repeat right after, copying the speaker's tone, speed, and rhythm. This method helps train your brain and mouth to work together. It's one of the best exercises to reduce hesitation and improve smooth speech. If you do this for just 10 minutes every day, your ability to speak without pausing will grow faster than you think. Let's try another practice together. I'll describe a situation, and you imagine yourself saying the words out loud. You're meeting a friend you haven't seen in a long time. You walk up and say, "Hey, it's so good to see you." Then you follow with, "How have you been?" Now imagine your friend asks what you've been up to. You respond, "I've been working a lot lately, but things are going well." Try saying that whole response out loud. Repeat it several times. The goal is to say it smoothly, without stopping. This is how you prepare for real conversations. Practicing this way makes the language feel familiar and helps your brain access it more quickly when you need it. It's also important to control your speed. Many learners think that speaking fast means speaking fluently. But that's not true. Fluency is about flow, not speed. If you try to speak too fast, you'll pause more because you can't think fast enough. Instead, speak clearly and at a steady pace. It's okay to speak slowly, as long as you don't stop in the middle of your sentences. Practice speaking in a rhythm. Just like music, that rhythm helps your words connect and your sentences flow. For example, say this out loud slowly and smoothly. "I usually go for a walk in the evening. It helps me relax and clear my mind." Repeat it until it feels natural. Let's talk about confidence. Confidence plays a huge role in your ability to speak fluently. If you're nervous or unsure, you're more likely to pause. That's why it's important to create a positive mindset. Remind yourself that you are learning, and every word you speak is progress. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has their own pace of learning. Focus on your own improvement. Celebrate small wins. like completing a full sentence without pausing or having a short conversation in English. These victories build your confidence and motivate you to keep going. Another simple but powerful exercise is talking to yourself. It may sound strange, but it works. Describe what you're doing in English. When you're cooking, say, "I'm cutting the vegetables now. I'm boiling the water. The rice is almost ready." When you're cleaning, say, "I'm organizing the books. I need to throw away these old papers." Speaking to yourself helps you practice real-life language in a safe, pressure-free way. You don't have to worry about mistakes. Just keep the words flowing. Let's do another practice right now. I'll describe my day, and you repeat after me. Try to say it smoothly without stopping. Ready? This morning, I got up at 7 and made a cup of tea. Then I checked my emails and replied to some messages. Say it again. After that, I took a shower and got ready for the day. I had a meeting at 10 o'clock, and it went really well. One more time. In the afternoon, I went for a short walk to get some fresh air. It helped me feel relaxed and focused. These kinds of everyday stories are perfect for fluency practice. They're simple, relatable, and easy to remember. Speaking English without pausing is not about perfection. It's about practicing, building habits, and using your voice every day. When you repeat phrases, read aloud, shadow native speakers, and speak to yourself regularly, you train your brain to think in English. You reduce fear, you grow your vocabulary, and most importantly, you develop fluency. It's not magic. It's about daily effort. A few minutes every day can lead to amazing progress over time. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you can use: storytelling. Telling a story helps you connect ideas together. And when your ideas are connected, you pause less. Think of a simple story from your life. Maybe a funny moment at work, a holiday trip, or your first day at school. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Just try telling the story out loud in English. For example, last weekend I went to the beach with my friends. We played volleyball, had some snacks, and watched the sunset. It was a great day. Try to say it again without stopping. Storytelling gives structure to your speech and makes you feel more in control. You know what happened next, so you don't have to search for what to say. You just follow the story. If you find yourself pausing because you can't remember a word, try to describe it using simple language. If you forget the word microwave, say, "the machine that heats food quickly." If you can't remember umbrella, say, "the thing you use when it rains." This skill is called paraphrasing. It's very helpful in conversations, and it keeps you from stopping in the middle of a sentence. Even native speakers do it. It's better to keep talking than to pause for too long. Let's do a quick practice exercise. I'll say a sentence with a blank, and you try to complete it in your own words. Today I went to the mall and bought some siu. Maybe you said vegetables or shoes. Great. Now try this one. After lunch, I felt really aimi because I had a lot of food. Maybe your word was sleepy or full. Good job. One more. In the evening, I watched a movie about amigos. You could say space or superheroes or a family. There's no right or wrong here. The goal is to speak without stopping. These gap exercises train your brain to respond quickly and smoothly. Also, don't forget the importance of listening. The more you listen to natural English, the more familiar the sounds and sentence patterns become. Watch English movies, listen to audiobooks, surround yourself with English as much as possible. Notice how people start and end sentences. See how they ask questions and make comments. Then, try to copy those patterns in your own speaking. When you repeat what you hear, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're learning how real conversations work. Another excellent method is to practice with a language partner. If you have a friend who is also learning English, set up a time to talk for just 5 or 10 minutes a day. You can talk about anything. Your plans, your favorite food, what you did yesterday. The key is to speak without preparing too much. Real-life conversations are not always perfect. And that's okay. If you don't have a partner, use a language exchange app. Or even talk to a voice assistant on your phone. The goal is to practice often. Now let's end with a final fluency challenge. I'm going to give you a short topic, and I want you to speak about it for 1 full minute, without pausing. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just keep talking. Here's your topic. Describe your favorite day of the week and what you usually do on that day. Take a deep breath. Think for a few seconds, and then speak continuously for 1 minute. You can say something like, "My favorite day is Saturday because I don't have to go to work. I usually sleep a little longer in the morning, then I make a big breakfast and sometimes meet my friends. In the afternoon, I like to read a book or go outside. In the evening, I usually watch a movie or cook dinner with my family. I love Saturdays because they are relaxing and fun." Now it's your turn. Try to say your own version of this story. Do this every day with a new topic, and your fluency will grow fast. Before we wrap up, remember this. Speaking English without pausing too much is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience. But if you keep practicing, keep challenging yourself, and stay consistent, you will notice real improvement. You'll start to feel more comfortable speaking, even in new situations. And most importantly, you'll feel proud of your progress. So the next time you feel nervous or stuck, take a deep breath, relax, and keep going. Use the techniques we talked about today. Think in English. Use simple words. Practice daily. Read out loud. Shadow native speakers. Use fillers when needed. Tell stories. Paraphrase. And most of all, speak with confidence. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Fluency comes from action, not from thinking. The more you speak, the better you get. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson on how to speak English without pausing. I hope you found these tips helpful and easy to apply in your daily life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to practice what you learned today. Speaking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Keep practicing every day, and you'll soon notice how natural your English starts to sound. This is Natasha from English in Minutes, and I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, keep speaking, keep learning, and take 1 step closer to fluency every day.